Hello, Leo. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Ernest Tarot. This is your monthly reading for the month of January 2025. How excited are we for the new year? I chose for you for this reading the Life Purpose Tarot. And this indicates for me that there is something related to your life purpose, to your overall general direction or your passions and desire, and what's next for you on your journey, dear Leo. So, first of all, I'm going to be shuffling a little bit the cards, and then we're going to take a look at where is your current energy? Like, how are you entering the month of January, right? Like, where are you at energetically once that happens? Let's take a look. So, what do we have here? Time to decide. Come on. Just like I told you, my hunch was like right on fleek. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. So yeah, just like I expected, there is this sense of feeling like there is a major decision in your life that really has to do with if it's not your life purpose overall in general, it is pretty big. This is not something like easy or like not easy is not the word. Like it's not something part of the daily life. This is a big move, right? And this decision really can change your life in so many ways. And you see here, the character is surrounded by all these numbers indicating the infinite possibilities, which is telling me that your decision feels more a mental work rather than how to say it, like all roads lead to Rome type of situation. The way I can describe this is no matter what situation you chose, no matter what choice you made, if this choice is resonating with your heart's true desire, it's going to be the right choice. And there's not one choice, it's like an infinite of choices, right? That can all be right for you. Am I making sense, right? Because there's like a lot of Leos out there. um yeah, like I'm not gonna talk about parallel universes here and metaphysical concept and stuff like that, but it's something like that. It's like there's so many infinite realities ahead of you, and not all of them are for you, but a lot of these realities, a lot of these choices that lead to different types of lives, they all are made for you if your decision is based on your heart's true desire. So this is really talking about what you truly desire, not what you think you should be doing, not what you think is easier or more practical, or what society implies, or what gets you the approval of your parents, or what gets you validation, or what gets you applaud, or what makes you feel better about yourself. Not all of that. All If you take all of these into consideration, you might end up making the wrong choice, right? Just listen to your heart, quiet the noise, think, if none of all these parameters exist, what do I really truly want and desire? Let's take a look at the other energy, the complementary energy to all of this. Yeah, it is study in reverse. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. With this in reverse, I think this is a decision that has to do with something related to either something that is self-taught, right? So you teaching yourself or learning online through YouTube or through many other platforms, taking online courses, reading books. So this is like an unorthodox way of studying, right? This is not academia where you have to enroll in a specific course and all of that. No. This is also telling me that whatever your decision is, either you already have the skills necessary and there's no more need to study something new, you already acquired the key to all of that, or this can be talking about sometimes needing to adjust or you know do something to validate your diploma, your degree, I don't know, there's something there that maybe is needed for you so you can practice something. It could be something like that. But this is also saying that the time for research and the time for all of that is done. You have already done all of this. Now, if you keep on mulling over that aspect, right, the research aspect, you're just going to get more confused and lose more valuable time and probably end up doing the wrong choice. The research is done, the studying is over, reading, doing your due diligence, researching, this is all done. Now it is time for the heart to speak. Don't overthink this. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, open your eyes and ask yourself the question and immediately answer. Do not take time to think. What is it my heart's true desire? Beautiful, 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 my dear Leo. Let's take a look now at what a month, right? Whew. It's starting with like a punch. So now let's take a look at what is going on in that proud brain of yours. Let's take a look at that. You have the Oracle cards in reverse. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others in reverse. So this is indicating for me that you might be feeling a little bit off when it comes to your intuition. Like usually it's easier for you to follow your heart or follow your hunch or follow your intuition. Nowadays it feels like, you know, you hear an echo. Like, hello, are you there? Hello, intuition, where are you at? Right? Like something along those lines. No one is there. And this is kind of like freaking you out, especially when like this is a very crucial moment for you to be following your heart's desire. But this is saying as well that if you follow your feelings, even if your intuition might not seem to be on, you're still going to make the good decision, right? But this is making you a bit antsy, like because you're feeling a little bit, this is like brain fog, like there's no clarity. You're not really able, usually you have better discernment, right? And this is a little bit like freaking you out a little bit. Also, sometimes you might get your answers from divinatory acts, from even like this reading, let's say. So maybe this reading is going to help you get somewhere, but it's not going to give you, you know, the answer all wrapped up beautifully just for you to unwrap it. Like this is a process, right? Sometimes it's easier for you. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how you're manifesting all of this. How is your external power? Options. Come on. Consider the career possibilities that are open for you. And here there's the scale indicating that, you know, you gotta really weigh in the pros and cons. I love this. Yeah, I think like on the surface, on the outside, on the external, you really have a lot of options to entertain, and they are like, if not all, but plenty of them are viable. They're really viable. They're really like options to consider. The trick is knowing which one really like is desired by your heart and which other one is more desired by other parameters that you put for yourself. But they're all viable options. I love it. There's ooh, you're busy deciding, Leo. You're busy deciding. Okay, let's take a look at a lesson that you learned in the past that you're gonna be carrying with you towards the month of January. And it has to do with sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I think, yeah, this is a major lesson that you already acquired because it's upright position. You have already mastered this. You have went through trials and tribulations related to you being able to be more sensitive when it comes to, you know, making changes. Like this is talking about flexibility, adaptability, and knowing whenever you know, like how sometimes your body aches or your brain aches or your energy aches or whatever it is that like just feels icky, right? This is really an indication that you are over something and you need to move in a different direction. This is like the universe or life trying to indicate for you that, hey, listen, this ickiness, right? This ickiness that you feel, this is telling you to just move on from that. And I think you really develop that sensitive side to know when to make the change whenever something is expired or overdue or need to move on from, which is really, really good. Now let's see the lesson that you're going to be learning about, right, and acquiring in the month of January. What is that? Let's see. It has to do with letting go, but in reverse. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Yeah, but this is in reverse. So I think, yeah, you're gonna grow. You're gonna have better discernment, I think, in January, because you're gonna be able to differentiate between whenever you become hypersensitive and whenever you know when to walk away from something and whenever it is not the time, because not everything that's uncomfortable is meant for us to leave, right? Sometimes the uncomfort means we have to stick around for us to grow and learn something. It's not time to let go yet. And other times it's not an uncomfort, it's an ickiness that tells us really like just staying here is only going to hurt us, right? And I love this because this means in the past, like coming into January, you already developed this ability to discern. And now the only to discern what you need to walk away from. And in January, you're gonna be learning when to make the difference, when are the things or the chapters or the people or the jobs or whatever that feel uncomfortable but that you shouldn't let go of yet. And come on, once you already mastered that skill and once you master this one, the world is your oyster, Leo. The world is yours because now you own both keys, right? This is like superpower. Like if all of us know what to let go of and when, and what when not to let go of and when, we will own the world. Leo, how lucky you are. Grasp onto this magical power in the month of January. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. All right. All right. What a beautiful month for you. Now we're going to move on to your advice. The advice for you. Which attitude should Leo adopt in January? Freedom in reverse. You're free to do what you choose. Yeah, I think the advice here is like not to be tempted by freedom. The advice here is to honor your commitments, even if sometimes they might feel uncomfortable. See, you see the both wings here? This is talking about these situations. Sometimes there's certain situations that can become uncomfortable, but we gotta honor our commitment. Once we finish our commitment with them, then it is time to move on. This is very different from situations that are toxic or situations that are paralyzing or situations that are stuck or situations that are not moving on or situations that are no longer providing us with growth. See, there's a difference there. All right, all right, all right. So now let's see why you should honor these commitments, right? Like what's going on in the environment around you. And people around you. Let's see what's going on around Leo. All right. Strength. Everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Yeah, and I think that around you, there's a lot of, like whenever people build systems in companies, in societies, in everything, like whenever you build a structure, there's a lot of processes that are put in place to keep that organization or that system or that structure running. And so I think this takes a lot of work and this needs to be appreciated. And I think you gotta honor it and you gotta honor your commitment to it, because I think if you do, you're gonna cultivate even more strength. It's as if once you leave that in its time due, people are gonna look at you like even better, right? Like this is gonna make you look even better. This is going to give you more strength. This is going to teach you lessons about gentle strength, about how to tame the beast gently. This is going to give you lessons in diplomacy, lessons in charm, lessons in negotiations, things like that. I like it. I like it, dear Leo. You are on a roll here. Now, I'm going to be looking at what do you really want? What do you really want from the month of January? What does Leo want and what does Leo need? Let's see. And so, you got the speaker card in reverse. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. And so I think here we're going to talk about your fears and also what you really want. So you're a bit fearful not to be able to communicate exactly what you want in the tone that you want it. And like you have a lot of ideas and you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you feel like, oh, if I can only deliver them exactly like I want. And so this is, as much as it is something that you fear, it's also something that you want. You want to be able to express yourself perfectly and master the skill of oration, right? I love it. Yeah, I love it. Lots of negotiation here. Lots of negotiation, lots of contracts, what's going on, lots of choices. Are you moving to another country? Are you getting another job in another state? Are you getting I don't know, new role in the company? Are you discussing a move with a potential partner? Are you, oh my God, so much to unpack. Well, now we're going to take a look at the final card of the month of January, which is the outcome. What's going to come out of all of this? Let's see. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Upright. How beautiful to end the reading with this energy. This is really amazing. This is telling you that in these moments where you are not able to decipher what your heart's true desire, in those moments where you feel you have a little bit of fog when it comes to your intuition, in those times when you feel overwhelmed with so many options, in those times where you feel you already have done the research and the studying, in those times when you feel like you're sensitive and you know when situations need to be left alone, in those times when you don't know if a situation is uncomfortable but you need to stick to it and honor your commitment, or it's just not good for you and you need to let go, in those moments where you need to honor your commitment and not be tempted by temporary freedom, in those moments where you need the most strength, and in those moments where you are doubting your communication skills, talk to your angels first and foremost. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Pray, 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 dear Leo. Pray. The answer will come to you. Talk to the spirit, talk to the divine, right? If you're having a problem communicating with humans, talk to the divine. Talk to the divine, Leo. All right. Now, the pièce de résistance. This is the cliffhanger. This is the card that announced the shift, the transitional energy between the month of January and February. And so usually I like to end all readings with a cliffhanger card to see how all of this is going to start transmuting into the next month. Drum roll. You have books in reverse. Interesting. You connect your life purpose through your involvement with books. So I think with this in reverse, this could be talking about street smart skills, experience earned skills, life skills, social skills, emotional IQ, right? There's something around that. There's something about delving into that knowledge, into that part of life, maybe connecting, maybe healing, maybe discovering yourself. There's a lot of that. And I love it because you're really going out, like ending the month of January with a clearer vision, at least, of where you need to decide, knowing that it's time to decide about something. And then you're going to move into February towards focusing more on your connection to humans throughout your emotion and throughout your connecting with them, just simply connecting with them, right? Learning from them, learning from mentors. Yeah, school of life. I love this. I love you so much, Leo.